Hi guys, these are some instructions for milestone 1, and hopefully I won't need to make any more videos for you after this because you'll get the gist of it from this simple example. So I'm going to go to freightmanager.co, which is the website, the test site you'll be working on, and it will show you the website as it is. The first problem here in milestone 1 is the login and password, which has been broken by the previous developer. When you go up here to add and edit, that brings up the login screen if you're not logged in, and you should be able to just log in like this. So it's attempting to log in, but now the page has come back and it's not logged in. Otherwise there'd be a log off or log out button up here, but there's not, and it asks you to log it in again, which is a problem because what rarely should happen is it should just log straight in. If I force a refresh, then it will work, as you can see here, and then you get the create and manage options. But the last developer who I hired in between to try to fix this, he didn't know what he was doing and he just coded in a forced refresh. Obviously that's unacceptable and I fired him immediately. So we need to actually fix it so that the login actually results in logging in, as one would expect, like on any website. Second problem is, if you are trying to get a password recovery, obviously everything happens inside this frame to do with the registration, password, and everything. If I click on lost your password, then I type in my email address or my username here, okay, and if I want to reset the password, that screen that comes up next should be a message that says the password has been emailed to you, and it should reappear inside this frame here. But instead it takes you away from this screen and just breaks the website immediately. That can't happen. In the meantime, the email has actually been sent. If I wait for 30 seconds here, this is one that I had sent to me a few seconds earlier, but another one should appear, just to show you how long it takes for the mail system to go through. I just pressed it, so email, click that button there. You'll have to register your own so you can do your own testing from your own email. And now the password recovery, which I clicked the link for up here, see, it's not leading anywhere. Therefore I cannot recover my lost password. It's broken. The code exists in there, so you've got to find it, and it will help to go to artscroller.com and examine this old site, because this existed before the latest developer came and messed with it. Okay, so you can come into here and you can test out the lost password functionality and so on. Obviously there's a lot of stuff missing from here that's been developed in the new one, but this one works. Okay, it'll bring up the right messages and you can see what happens on this website because it all works properly. They check your email for the confirmation link, etc., and asking you to log in again, and then that will bring up the latest reset message up here somewhere. When it arrives from Artscroller, let me just do that properly and make sure that happens. I can't force this to refresh, so I've just got to wait, I guess. There it is. Okay, so this is from Artscroller. There you go, Artscroller. So this is the link, and this is what should happen. Okay, enter your new password below. Confirm new password. Reset password. Now I can log in. Okay, so now I'm logged in on artscroller.com. So you can look at this site for a lot of the modifications you need to do in the job list. This is not up to date. This is missing about 100 mods that freightmanager has. So freightmanager is what you'll be working on. Okay, so that is the very first bug that needs to be fixed. The second bug is make sure the dashboard frame does not overlap the other posts. So as you can see here, the posts are all smoothly working, but if I open the frame here, it's just covered over them. Now that's just a recent bug that's happened. Obviously all the other things need to be pushed down and sit underneath this, no matter how big this frame is. And if I do log in properly, it'll be even longer because it'll have a full list of every single post that myself as the user has made. So I'll have to refresh that. You'll have fixed this by now, so that won't be a problem. I'll just continue to open that like this, because you'll have fixed it. And as you can see, all these extra posts that I've made, so I can edit them. But fixing these and the layout and the way these things work is part of milestone 2, which I might not explain to you, but I don't want the video to run too long. But basically it'll be more like this, and have everything working at 300 pixel widths and everything, so that you can change the amount of featured credit that remains and so on. So the problem is here, this is sitting over the top of the other posts. See where the bottom of it is? It's still sitting over the top of all this other stuff. So if I click on this post here, it's underneath all of that and nobody can see it without closing the create and manage or edit frame dashboard, whatever you want to call it. Now you can see them. See, that's a massive problem. That needs to be above everything. The third thing, third bug, the form category drop-down box needs to disappear immediately after the first selection to prevent multiple selections, and all the related problems need to go away. So when you're creating a new listing, that should not allow you to click multiple things, and it seems mostly solved when you're selecting a form here. It might not need to be fixed, it might already be fixed. We'll just have to see if there are any situations where you've got slow internet where that actually does create a problem. But when you've got a drop down selection box, you should not be able to select multiple things. Yeah, see, the problems occurred up here. It does need to be fixed. Any drop down box in the world, you don't expect it to remain open after you've clicked something, right? Okay, so you just need it to close immediately and work as expected, so this error does not occur. So fix that one. And then 4, the form date picker needs to stick to the date box properly when scrolling quickly. Okay, so when you're going to pick a date, if I'm scrolling, that thing's bouncing all over the place. It needs to stick to its box, okay? This date box can't slip away from there. Looking at different screen widths and so on, you can maybe see the well, it's just disappeared completely. That's a major error. Now that's bouncing around all over the place again, see? Yeah. Make sure that does not ever happen. Scrolling left, right, resizing the screen. That date picker cannot be jumping all over the screen. No, not even appearing at all. It's probably over to the right somewhere, and screen resize made it float away somewhere. It's a very strange error. Don't let that ever happen. Fix that. The form address box needs to work without errors after changing forms, etc. So if I fill out this, so I don't get the red error thing, then I write something like London here, whatever the address is, select that, Okay, London's been selected there. And then I go to submit as standard. No, it's already been submitted. I'll try again. I don't want that to happen either, but that's broken the one-page interface link up here, so we need to remove that. That can't ever happen. That's not part of this, but it needs to be fixed. So we'll try that again. I'll start a new form. Okay, so the question is about the address, London here. Now, where's London gone? Why is London not showing? I've just clicked London, I've selected it, but now there's no map marker. London has now been erased for some reason, as if it's been shown to, like, I can, maybe Harlow there, I could do. So Harlow is now showing, but then I click away and it's gone. London, gone. New York, okay, it's working there now, but so it says staying there, it's staying, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay. Notice how the price is dependent on how many days you want to feature for. You can choose to feature for 1 day or 1,000 days, and this is reflected in the price here at $1 per day. So New York there. Because I clicked in this box again or something, it's just removed. I don't want that to be an editable box after it's been changed. But things should simply work, you know. Now what just happened there? That's just stupid, whatever's going on there. That needs to be fixed. So that's the address form box. That's the 5th one there. 6 is submit as standard button needs to take the user back to updated dashboard with success message. Right, so if I submit this, Sydney. Okay. The coupon code needs to be fixed as well. So it would cost me $24 to feature this as a featured sticky, but if I just want to submit as free, as standard, then this post here, this message here, it's just sort of sitting there nowhere. That could be a hover message over the top of the completed ad. So we should already be no, but not there. This should never happen. That message should not be an option. That link cannot be an option, because obviously this is a one-page interface. Nobody ever leaves the home page. That's the whole website. So if I look at my ads now, the most recent post I just created was this one, RE. I just button mashed and created this. So that should appear after the ad is complete with a pop-up message saying it's now completed. It might even be a fade away kind of message, and clicking on these should make you be able to open them, and the layout here is all wrong and the colors are all wrong. Not relevant yet, will be in the milestone 2. The coupon code needs to update price summary and featured button price. So in freightmanager WP admin, in coupons, you can see the coupons I've made here. I've got Kathy Clark, who's a regular guest, and I've got free. So I've set that here to be 100% discount. Okay, so if I go back to create a post, what's on section, musical theatre post, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, starts that date, ends that date, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. These are all the compulsory fields. Say 1 Smith Street, Brooklyn, New York is fine. Okay, And then I'll add an image. No, I won't. Alright, I'll add that image. The image is too big. I've set it to a maximum of 2 megabytes. So the coupon code free, right? Now, when I type that, there should be an apply button here or something, and so this price should be shown because that's how much the price would be, and then the free of the coupon code would come into the total and then show the total, and then the total here should be 0. But if I go to PayPal checkout, it worked, see? Because it knew that the coupon made it free, and so it's now listed as a featured. And it should be a featured post at the very top. But I'm not over the right part of the world on the map. I'll have to go to Brooklyn. Okay, so if I zoom out so I can see the rest of the world here. What? I think my RAM on my computer is peaking. I'm even filming with an external camera so I can avoid that, but it hasn't helped. I'll just go to UK if I can. It's very difficult to avoid RAM peaking in this. So now we've got this problem off here. Just click wait. Maybe it'll come around. Part of this job is to make sure that there are no, RAM peakings or something. No, I don't really want to log out. See, I don't want to log out. Go back. Do I want to log out? No, I don't. Where's the option to go back? There isn't one. And then WordPress failure notice. Why would I want my guests and visitors to see that message? Failure. Nobody wants to see that on their own website ever. Okay, so that needs to be repaired. That's one of the fixes you'll have to do later on. Okay, so Google having some trouble here. I just want to go back to Brooklyn, and I'm unable to click anything. I'm on Art Scroller. I was on Art Scroller. Okay. Wait. I might just reload this page because I don't know what the hell's going on here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, there's some major problem. You can see over here the activity monitor is going crazy. This is a Mac, by the way. This happens all the time on Macs. Macs cannot handle. Could be this audio program. Yeah, so the kernel task is using 500% of the CPU. Who the hell knows what a kernel task does? It's what Macs do. Basically just have to wait until it calms down. There's nothing, I've got to deal with this. Imagine if I was using QuickTime to record the screen, it would be unbelievably difficult. Okay, we just got to wait for this to calm down. It's dropping. There's absolutely nothing I've got activated right now that should be using this much memory. But Macs just do this. I'm just going to try to go to New York. and as you can see, the post I just created up here was the one I just made, so that was featured, so the coupon worked. Okay, coupon code needs to update price summary and featured button price. Number 8, submit as featured button. I'm gonna have to log in again here. Obviously, by the time we get to here, we will definitely not need to refresh this page because you will have fixed that up here. But right now I have to submit as featured button. Alright, so we need to go to another form. For some reason the camera stopped recording. Very big problem here. Alright, anyway, continuing, you won't notice because of the edit that I probably will make. So we're going to keep going. This is the problem with the featured, submit as featured button, which is down here. We actually just clicked that in the last coupon experiment. Needs to open PayPal in iframe. Okay, without a coupon that's absolutely free, obviously people will have to pay for however many days of featured credit they want. So that's 44 days from today, and it's $1 per day, so that's $44. That's 11 days from now, so that's $11. I'll just fill this out. End date. So the end date is set by the admin to override the options. So the 23rd of October is now showing in this box, so which is clever because you don't want to keep featuring a post if the event is finished, right? It's specific for events, and it just makes absolute sense. Madagascar, let's put it there. Okay. That event's going to be happening in Madagascar, and then we're going to submit as featured, and then we're going to be taken to that page there is unnecessary. No, what needs to happen there is all of these kind of things, right? So it needs to open PayPal in an iframe or similar inside the form. So what I really want to happen, I can't show you because of this stupid screen here. I don't even know what this does. The continue button does nothing. It's basically hung because the guy didn't remove these steps properly down here. I don't even know what's happening there. Let's open a new tab. Let's see what this is going to try to do. Oh, it's gone straight to PayPal in sandbox mode. No, that needs to... Yeah, think about it from my perspective. How am I supposed to make money from a site that is broken when you go to checkout? Exactly. It needs to be fixed as a matter of urgent priority. I'll just reset the page. That's absolutely broken. The interface for paying at the end of a checkout featured is paramount to the website making me money, which is the reason for its existence. We're working on a theme that will be used for multiple applications. Okay, so the opportunities form for paid work is not an event, is it? No, so it's just got an end date of like your application finishes then and blah blah blah. So put this one in Madagascar as well. Probably not because it's a bit confusing. Okay, Brasilia. There you go. And then we want to submit as featured. So basically here I'd like to see a PayPal Express checkout. Okay, so you just fill it out and blah blah blah, and then bang, it's paid for and it's posted. That's ideal. Okay, you put PayPal Express there. If it costs money, you're gonna have to research that. I'm not paying for it because the website's not making any money yet. But it would be best if that could just be done right there without having to go away to the PayPal as a separate page. I'd rather not go here. I'd rather not have the user go there. I'd rather just check out inside this box. If that is unachievable and you need to prove that it's not achievable, then this page will not open a separate separate tab to go to PayPal. It will post as a standard ad, and effectively you'd be upgrading the ad immediately when you go to the new window that will open over the top of this window, not a new tab right here. This will be paypal.com right here, and then you'll pay, and the ad already exists because you've already submitted, and that's the way I want it done. So it's submitted as standard until paid for every time. So if I click submit as featured, it's already, unless this box, so obviously option 1 is this is a checkout and they pay for it and it's done right here, and then it goes back to the page as this does in that other thing I told you about. But this one, if this cannot be done here, and you need to prove if it cannot be done for free. I know there's Braintree and PayPal Pro and all these different Payflow programs, Stripe. No, I want to be PayPal Express. If PayPal Express is expensive or not easy to use or something, not because you just can't be bothered, then we have to go to the PayPal on this screen, on this tab. And at that point, this has already become an ad, a standard ad. Like these are standard ads. This is a featured ad up here. Standard, featured, because it's bigger. Okay, when that happens, we're upgrading to featured in PayPal with the payments, and then all these instructions here tell you what it needs to do, which is all very straightforward, and save as a draft here if the user doesn't pay for it, if PayPal is cancelled or something. But the thing is, if you cancel a PayPal payment once you're on the PayPal page, should make that into a poem. If I say I don't want to do this, I want to cancel, then the ad already exists as standard, and then they can go and upgrade it later. You see how I've solved the problem there? Because you need to have a cancel option in everything on the site, on all websites. You don't want to get to a dead end and say, well, there's no way out except clicking OK and going forward. What if I want to go backward? You need that option. So that solves that. And these instructions basically talk about that, and making sure that the expiry works. It did before, it might not work anymore. If I wait if I wait until the 17th of October, I can see if this would work. But you need to check that it does in fact work, and then it will go back to being a standard ad after the featured expiry runs out. And the next milestone is about being able to do multiple posts at the same time, as shown here. So if I click on this and get out of here, maybe, see, that should be integrated. See, I've got to press cancel there. It's an interesting option to actually make this a full part of the frame, to have the create new listing a full frame here, rather than just keeping it in this frame and pushing all the rest of this stuff down. I'm in two minds about it. I'm probably thinking that this should stay above all this stuff, and so this stuff should remain on the screen as well. So this should just be accordioned open as required. And the options here are standard, and they don't allow for purchasing upgrades, or it doesn't show you how much. Yeah, well, the feature there does. That's actually working there, that how long it's featured until. I'm not sure if that's accurate. Oh yeah. For that one was, I thought, featured. No, yeah. Okay, so it's probably accurate. So these featured ones are the most recent two that I've made. This one here does not appear on the site because it's still waiting for payment, awaiting payment, see? That's not how it should be done. It should be appearing as a standard post, and you can just upgrade it like anything else. So also you need, in the second milestone, to create the ability to bump up. So if you're down here, you can bump up to there for, say, $1, like to change your date so that the system knows that you need to be on top in the most recent order, etc. So If I go back to Australia, on the map, it's all hidden behind this thing. You can see we've got all the posts really in Australia, and the filter bar is here. So all the other things that need to be done are in the Word document, and if you need any help, I'll be available. But hopefully this video has made everything clear to you, because a lot of people can't understand what words mean and they need video demonstrations. So I hope this has been very helpful to get you started. Thanks.